This is the Big O Show.
Sports fans love a place with great food, cold drinks, and TVs everywhere. That's why sports fans love Sports Grill and their 7 amazing locations. Check out the Bird Road location at 11481 Southwest 40th Street in the back corner of the West Bird Shopping Center. Sports Grill is also now offering some great employment opportunities. All kinds of positions are now available from kitchen to hosting. Call for more information at 305-485-8845. From wraps to salads to amazingly delicious specialty dishes, Sports Grill is the home to the legendary special grilled wings. Since 1987, Sports Grill, good food, good drink, and good friends.
It's the Big O Show. Judge, you tuned in to the hottest sports radio.
When you need your warehouse looking good while staying efficient, there's only one place to find the finest racks in the business. Pallet Rack City in Hialeah. 305-424-8547. That's 305-424-8547. Pallet Rack City is the company you need when you want your warehouse sporting the finest racks in the business. After all, who doesn't love a great rack? Pallet Rack City. 305-424-8547. That's 305-424-8547.
Orlando, a.k.a. the Big O. He covers all the South Florida teams.
For over 16 years, EJDconstruction.com has provided South Florida residents quality craftsmanship, accurate project management, and exceptional service. That's why EJDconstruction.com is an A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. When you're looking for the right custom home builder for additions or home remodeling, please call my friend Eric at 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
Dolphins to the Heat, well, you know what I mean. Monday to Friday, lollipop blow in the...
There's no need to drive around South Florida wasting valuable time looking for a new or certified pre-owned Acura. Go to the #1 volume sales dealership in the Southeast United States. Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. Purchase with pace and space in a dealership tailored to your needs. From home buying to providing that personal touch. Contact the 2020 Satisfaction Award winner Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. 888-776-5123. That's 888-776-5123. Or visit them at 15601 Pines Boulevard in Pembroke Pines.
Show on the radio, the top's where we gonna go. Miami, that's the way we roll.
Folks, you can support the hardest working sports talk show in South Florida through Cash App or Venmo. Just search Cash Big O Show. Support us through Cash App or Venmo. Cash Big O Show. We thank you for your incredible support.
On the morning show, Big O. No one has a similar show. Talk sports, talk plays, talk.
If you're a Miami sports fan, then there's only one store to go to, and that's Caneswear at Miami Fanwear in Davie. They're your one-stop shop for all your inner Miami CF, Canes, Dolphins, Panthers, and Marlins merchandise. They have hats, t-shirts, game day jerseys, and so much more. Located at 2511 South University Drive in Davie, and open 24/7 online at caneswear.com or innermiamiwear.com. Call them at 954-835-5597. Caneswear, the spot where inner Miami and all Miami sports fans shop.
Live and direct, because nobody do it better than Big O in the set. From sunrise, listen live.
When you're ready to purchase a new home or refinance the one you have, American Dream Lending will make sure your loan experience is easy with fast approvals and quick closings. With many loan programs and competitive rates, now is the time to turn your dreams into reality. Ask about special financing for veterans. They never charge an application fee, and you will work directly with one of their experienced loan professionals. Stop dreaming and contact American Dream Lending today, 786-802-1727 or online at adreamlending.com. The viewpoint statements or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyAccess.com, Media Group Inc. ownership, management, sponsors, or website.
The Big O Radio Show is brought to you by HialeahParkCasino.com. Enjoy simulcast racing, dining, a magnificent poker room, and a casino with the most popular machines on the market. OKCoin.com. Download the app on iOS, Google Play, or Windows. OKCoin.com with over 50 different coins and incredible staking rewards. Pallet Rack City. There's only one place to find the finest racks in the business. Pallet Rack City. 305-424-8547. That's 305-424-8547.
The Big O Radio Show originates from the OK Coin Studios. Invest a little time and save big. Just set the recurring buy and pay, 0 transaction fee after your first purchase. The Big O Radio Show is mastered by executive producer Sean Stanley from the OK Coin Studios. When it comes to South Florida sports teams, very few in the media have witnessed, lived, and covered it like the Big O. Let's start the program dedicated to your favorite South Florida teams with a passion that's unmatched. The Big O Radio Show is on. Here's the Big O.
All righty. Welcome aboard. It's a Saturday, baby. It's an extra bonus day of broadcasting right here on the show. You get extra broadcasting with my man Sean last night. And by the way, nice job by Armando Swaim, giving him a little love on the super chat, too. That was nice yesterday. And today on Saturday, we are here because we're at Smoke Inn in Pompano, man. And where are you? Come on out here. A new Perdomo lounge is opening up. It's a beautiful thing. You know, maybe what we'll do is later you could get, an extra camera and show the folks inside the lounge and give them a little tour of the Perdomo lounge now here at Smoke Inn in Pompano. So come on out, man, and join us out here at Smoke Inn in Pompano. It's a beautiful thing. If we don't blow away, by the way, because we're outside, obviously, with all the smoke and stuff, we don't want the equipment with the smoke. But, obviously, we're out here having some fun. Everybody's inside, smoking away, enjoying some great deals on Perdomo cigars. So come on out and join us out here. Nick Perdomo's here. Nick Jr. is here. Billy Perdomo is here. So come on out, man, and have some fun, meet the entire Perdomo family, and take a picture with the Perdomo family. Gentleman just stopped by, wanted to buy me a champagne 10th anniversary, which is a great cigar. But I told him, give me the 20th anniversary Connecticut wrapper one, because that one, for today at this time, that's a good one to enjoy at this point. You know what I'm saying? So let me wipe down my my iPad here because
we're in the middle of a dust storm, windstorm type event happening here. So you're going to hear some of the air and the wind blowing into the mics. We'll try to do as good as we can, and I'll try to work around it. But it is a beautiful day to be down here.
It is beautiful.
It is.
It is beautiful.
It's beautiful for me, too, because the fat guy didn't want to be beat down by sun.
No. And we got our tent, so we're, we got
I did ask for wind and a breeze. Yeah. I didn't say how much.
Yeah, you didn't. Did you ask for gale force winds?
I didn't put a cap on it. My fault.
I mean, they were Jesus Christ, we got tropical storm winds going on.
They looked at me and they're like, damn, we're going to need some winds coming. So this is what we got.
I see the chat board's already awake. Some saying it's the best show ever. And then, of course, some saying the worst show ever. I would agree with the worst show ever. That's probably more accurate than anything else out there. But Cam says, I love watching you every day. Well, thank you. That doesn't say much about you, Cam, because I don't know why you want to watch me. This face, I don't even know why my wife wants to watch me.
Very low standards you set for yourself.
Yes, very low standards. Very low.
We thank you, but very low standards.
Yes, very low standards, but we do thank you with all of that. So we got a lot of things to talk about. Nick Perdomo is going to come by and join us too, so we'll have some fun and we'll talk some cigars and sports and stuff. And he's what? I'm sorry, what did I miss? One came in? Oh, I haven't even seen it yet. Wow, yours is ahead of mine.
Okay, Cap for Life, send in a super chat. It's a beautiful thing.
Okay, all right. It hasn't come through yet on my chat board yet on YouTube. So, but thank you very much. There you go. Enjoy listening to your takes about Miami sports as Heat Fins. I appreciate you, my man. Thank you out there. By the way, where are we at with Bitcoin? 39,300 right now. It's a beautiful thing. Nice job by the Heat last night. They took care of business against the Cavs, 117-106. Anthony Chang will join us at 3 o'clock. At 1:30, Joe Shad is going to stop by with the American Dream Lending Miami Dolphins report. So at 1:30, we'll talk a little Dolphins with him. At 2:30,
Manny Navarro's out in California, and he's covering something Canes related. And so we'll talk to, I think it's Canes related or maybe family related. I don't know. Maybe he's going out for a wedding, and I think it's something Canes. I think
another birthday party for a 1-year-old.
Maybe, I don't know.
How many 1-year-olds that family got?
The
Navarro family.
I mean, the man was stuck in where was it? Like St. Augustine, right? I mean, he was stuck in St. Augustine last week. It can't be another. No, I think it's something related. I think actually that he's doing. So we're going to talk to him straight from California with that at 2:30, and like I said, Anthony Chang at 3. So the show is loaded on a Saturday. We got all kinds of angles to cover. The Heat played last night. We got Anthony Chang, one of our insiders. Anthony officially starts next week as one of our insiders here, and you'll catch him twice a week. So starting next week, Heat reports every day. Ira Monday, Anthony Chang Tuesday. Wednesday, you got Inside the Paint. Thursday, Anthony Chang. Friday, Ira Winderman. Every day, Dolphin reports. Every day, Heat reports. We're closing in on doing it for the Canes too. Every day, Canes reports. Canes recruiting reports. All of that stuff. We're gonna cover all of that for you. You won't have to worry about it. Okay. This is that when we're done, it's a platform where you're gonna get wrestling talk. You're gonna get recruiting talk. You're going to get crypto talk. It's not just going to be, Heat, Dolphins, and Canes. No, all the other stuff you're also going to get. So we're working on it. It's just you can't get it all done, overnight. So appreciate all of you out there. I still never got that super chat. It never came in. I never saw it. I'll take your word for it, of course. I mean, if it's there, it's there. I take your word for it. But it's weird. Maybe the video's a little slow or something, but it doesn't look like it. It looks like it's moving really well out here, actually.
Well, what's the last one you got there?
Raul Porrata.
All right.
He says, we don't look at you that much. We heard you every day. You're a true Dolphin fan. There you go. Thank you. And Raul, you've got the right plan. I mean, Raul knows right there. We don't look at you much. I just turn off the video, bro. I just listen to you talk.
Genius move.
Raul is the man. He's the man.
And also, just up the road from here, Inter Miami just kicked off against LAFC.
That's right. Don't they start at? They started at 1? I thought it was 1:30. My bad. You know what? I thought it was 1:30. But look it up anyway. So
I still get internal emails.
Okay.
I might have some.
Okay. All right. Isaiah says, good afternoon, Big O. We got baseball back finally. It's surprising to read why Jeter left. What's your thoughts on Jeter leaving over $15 million? Well, they got no money, bro. I mean, if
it's $15 million now.
Right.
But then when he goes and he needs 30 or 40 million, if he can't get 15 now, you're not getting 30 or 40 later.
Right.
And I think that's, again, remember, he's from the Yankees. He knows how this plays, and he saw the writings on the wall. Look, if you can't give me the 15 million now, you're not going to be able to give me the millions and millions I need later.
Right. And we got to sign a bunch of players. So you can't give me 15 million. Dude, are you kidding me? This is crazy. It's like the tent is. I swear to you, it's like we are, hold on, because you may have a blooper at one point or another that's going to, like the tent is going to fly away, or we're going to fly away or something. I'm telling you, man, this is crazy stuff, the way the wind is blowing.
The camera's not moving away, but it's inching you off the screen inch by inch.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
you've now made it all the way to the far side, so I'm going to have to come back over there.
So when I move this way.
Yeah, you're good now. Now you're in the center.
Now I'm in the center, right? So then I'll just move a little this way and just, kind of, I see it now. That by the way, that super chat never came up. Never came up. Okay. Good afternoon, Big O from New Hampshire in New England. Nice job by you, sir. Thank you for listening. Jay Hurd says 2 Saturdays in a row. Love the show, Big O. You bring great knowledge and opinions daily. Fins up, brother. Thank you, my friend. Let's see what else. JP on Sports says, just gonna say this, stopped on another feed last night talking Watson. He's good, real good. Enjoy his stuff as well. However, Teeing off on and the bashing of a fellow Finn fan ain't it. I don't know, whatever. Bromar says, Big O, do you think Cristobal has put a lot of pressure on himself by hiring an elite coaching staff? Anything short of winning the ACC, it would probably be considered a failed season. You know, Bromar, that's how it's supposed to be, my man. We're back to expectations of what you're supposed to be as a Canes fan, a Canes coach, a Canes player. It's enough. The bar was set low. Like, you can't win the Coastal? Seriously? So what the hell is Mario Cristobal here if he can't win the ACC? So listen, the pressure was on him already. He left Oregon. So he came here. He's got all the resources. There are no excuses. He knows it more than any of us. Mario knows the pressure he's under more than any of us. He is an incredibly smart man. Don't worry about Mario. He'll be fine. He's got to get it done. He's got to win. We've talked about this before. What he did at Oregon is not good enough here. See what I'm saying? So that's why, let's just got to be patient right now with all of this and let all of this develop. But there's no doubt he should have a great season this year. He should challenge for the ACC. It should be him or Clemson. All these other teams lost quarterbacks. You got the best quarterback in the conference right now. You got the biggest budget. So I'm not worried about, whatever pressure. Pressure comes with being a University of Miami head coach. Expectations come with being a University of Miami football player. And fans and media should also set those kind of expectations for that program. So it's up to them. They gotta wake up and get it done. Enough screwing around. They've done enough of that over the years. They've done it for nearly 20 years. They've been a waste of a program. So it is time to man up and step up and get it done. And Mario knows that. That's why he's here. So I'm not worried about the pressure that's on Mario. And I don't think I think Mario welcomes pressure. And let me tell you something, Bromar, about certain individuals in life. Okay? There's a guy in there named Nick Perdomo. You think there's not pressure on him to maintain the quality of cigars and be one of the best cigar makers in the world on a consistent basis? And when they're coming up with a new blend, you think there's no pressure? There's pressure in all walks of life. Doctors walk into an operating room knowing they got to save somebody's life, but they've got to have the confidence that they can do it. Just like Nick has to have the confidence in Nick Jr. and Billy and the families here. And they've got to have the confidence that they can continue to be one of the elite families that make cigars in this world. Everything's the same, man. Pressure's there, dude. Pressure's for all kinds of people. It's not just a Mario Cristobal thing. It's an everyday life thing. There's a dude walking onto a car dealership right now that he's in a pressure-like situation because he has to sell a certain amount of cars and trucks and SUVs by the end of the month so he can hit his number. Pressure's everywhere, man. Pressure is the mother that's got to get 3 kids ready and herself and be out the door by 7 a.m. to make sure the kids are off to school and you're off to work. And then you got to then get your ass back to pick up the kids and get them ready for dinner and everything else. Pressure's everywhere, my brother. So that's, Bromar, there's a lot of people that feed off of pressure. It keeps them on the edge. They love it. I think Mario Cristobal is that dude. He wants the heat on him. He wants the expectations on him. Tom Brady wants the expectations on him. It's Max Scherzer. When he's on the mound, he wants all the pressure on him. It's the way it is, man. Popovich last night became the all-time winningest coach. Pressure's always on him every year to maintain his team, to coach. Even when he doesn't have a whole bunch of Hall of Famers, he still has to maintain a certain level, and he does it with the Spurs. Pressure's everywhere, my friend. And we all adjust to it in one way or another. Big O, is Perdomo Cigars one of the best cigars you recommend? Of course, man. Yes, Perdomo is definitely one of the best. And they got all kinds, too. It depends on what you like, too. If you like a lighter or medium or a full-body smoke, you can get all kinds here. Castaway Chris says, if the Dolphins make the right choices, they can make a playoff run. I agree. Did you watch the video yesterday they posted of Tua throwing the 50-yard bomb?
I did, to Lynn Bowden.
Yep. And it was easy.
Flick of the wrist.
Yeah, that did say a flick of the wrist. It did say a flick. But, when I was looking at that, I was going, it's nice to have some space to throw the ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's nice to be able to touch the ball and not have somebody trying to tackle you.
Yeah, bro. I'm saying it's just like, okay. Kids now, his ribs are healthy. His knuckles healthy. He doesn't have a 300-pound man bearing down on his ass. And, you give him a little space, and he just flicked that 50-yarder like it was nothing. Because it's so ridiculous. Oh, no, you can't throw a deep ball. Of course you can throw a deep ball. I watched it at Alabama. He did it a couple times with us already. Just, fix everything else around him. That's what I saw from that video. I'm like, there's nothing wrong with him. It's everything else around him that was so broken. And it's hard for anybody to be, consistent with any of that. Yes, sir?
Cap for Life sent in, you are a legend on a super chat.
He is a liar. But thank you, Cap for Life. I appreciate the super chat and the love there. Why aren't we getting super chats on this thing? That's weird. No super chats are coming up. That's a strange thing. That doesn't, I
got your back.
No, I know you always have my back. But it's just one of those things that I don't like, that I don't see the super chats. So I don't know what's going on. Did I do something? I don't know. I don't know if I did something that I'm not watching it, that I can't see it or something. Don't know why. Interesting. All right. And I pulled it up on this, but I normally can see them here on the iPad. It's weird. Really weird. And I normally see, and you know what? This is the one I have up in the studio, and I normally see it here in the studios. It's crazy. All right. What am I going to do? Something else came in? No, because I didn't see any of the other ones. So no, not at all. That's weird. Yeah.
He just sent another one, third of the day.
Cap for Life?
Cap for Life. It says, Tua pressure, bust pipes, don't suck, please.
Right. Thank you, Cap for Life. I appreciate you, my man. Although it's just so weird how I don't really get to see the super chats. That's just not cool, by the way. It really isn't. I don't like the fact that I can't see them. I normally would be able to see them, and somehow or another they're not appearing. Yeah, no, they're not appearing on any of them. I wonder what I did. Wonder what I did. Put live chat, make all message visible, and nothing. Oh well. Yeah, no. Oh well. I'm sorry about that, but Sean will keep us updated on those super chats that do come in. So thank you all out there. But remember, Cash App or Venmo too. Cash Big O Show is is actually the way to do it. And Ray, thank you, sir. He sent in one yesterday. We got Greg Sash. Thank you, sir. Sent one in, and Armando sent one in during the wrestling show yesterday. So thank you all out there as always. Appreciate all of you out there. All right. So let's get into a little sports talk, all right, on the program. We got a lot of things to talk about today on the show as we get things going here. Deshaun Watson is not going to be indicted for the criminal side of it. Remember, it was he said, she said, and you have to have tangible evidence. Doesn't mean that nothing occurred. Doesn't mean that he's not guilty. He could be guilty as hell, but we've watched it over and over again. Maybe Stephen Ross made the offer to Brian Flores. But if Brian Flores doesn't have any tangible proof, you're not going to find Stephen Ross guilty. You know, that's just the facts. So this is one where he gets away on the criminal side. On the, well, maybe he didn't get away. Maybe he was innocent. But, man, it's like I can taste dust, right?
I can only imagine because you keep talking and I'm just sitting here and I can taste it.
Yeah, tasting dust. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna grab my bag there. Grab my bag. I'm actually gonna do the show with a mask. Sorry, folks, but I got to do it. I got no choice. All right. There we go. All right, we're good now. Yeah, I'm going to have to do it with a mask because I don't feel like swallowing and eating sand. Hey, Alexander Renee Davis, super chat. Thank you. I saw it. Memo to all Dolphin fans. We have our QB. We don't need Watson. Stop with the narrative. He's not coming. We have our QB of the future to a Pro Bowl. Stay blessed. Love it. Yes, I'm with you there. Look, what I'm about to say with Watson has nothing to do with the Dolphins because the Dolphins have their quarterback. They're set, and they're making that move. It had nothing to do with Watson. They moved on. Bottom line for Deshaun Watson now. He gets the break of a lifetime because he's not indicted, and he may be guilty. Maybe he's not guilty. I don't know. You know, that's one where we're never really going to find out if he's guilty or not guilty. And whether it's O.J. Simpson, Ben Roethlisberger, you know, plenty of people over time have gotten away with things on technicalities one way or another, okay? And maybe he got away with it. Maybe he was innocent. I don't know. There's clearly a problem with him. So to me, that's the real issue to me, and why I'm glad that the Dolphins have moved on and stayed with Tua. I don't want to. This is the kind of guy that I would not even trust at this point because he clearly has problems. If you're doing these kind of things, and we've talked about this before, it's not like he's, single, ugly, and struggling. No, he's a young, good-looking dude with plenty of money and a beautiful girlfriend, okay? I mean, an absolutely gorgeous woman. And he's still doing all these crazy things. Hiring people that are really, instead of massages, he's trying to have sex with them. Or maybe some of them went there knowingly that they were going to do something. I don't know. That's the part that becomes the unknown because we're not present. And we don't know what was consensual and what wasn't consensual. You know what I'm saying? So in the end, there's so much gray area that part for me is disturbing. And I get it. Look, man, I saw women wear shirts that said "Free Ray Rice." And these are women after they watched a video watching Ray Rice knock out the woman and spit on her. And they still, for the love of their Ravens, wanted to try to, save Ray Rice, a guy that was averaging 3 yards a carry. So we have a very sick approach to football at times, some of us, where we don't really care what they do away from the field. You understand? Or what they could do away from the field. So now you're going to see a whole bunch of teams that are absolutely desperate, like many are, for a quarterback, and somebody will end up making the move. The question is, how much are you going to pay for him? You saw the price for Russell Wilson, so the price for Deshaun Watson is going to be a hell of a lot steeper. You're talking about a guy that is way younger. Okay, now, character-wise, you cannot compare Deshaun Watson to Russell Wilson. With Russell Wilson, you'll never have an issue. Deshaun Watson, you don't know. Just don't know. Big O, you look like Optimus Prime. Okay. Makes sense. Let's see. What else do we have? Do what you got to do, Big O. No, I got to, bro. The dust here is brutal, bro. Brutal. We're next to a dump site. So there's a lot of dust in the area, man. And so I was like tasting it. Our equipment is got dust all over, and you have to like wipe it down every so often because of it. It's not the not the perfect situation, but we're good. We're good. We're solid. We're solid overall. We're making the best of it. We couldn't even put the walls because if not, forget it. We have the tent tied down to one of the vehicles, one of the SUVs. That's how windy it is. If we don't tie the tent down, it'll fly away. That's how strong the wind is today. Big O, don't you think Gesicki is a good fit for this offense? Don't think Gesicki's a good fit for the offense. Can't block, not physical, limited plays, no yak yards, thoughts. Well, the block part is the only thing. He is physical. He gets physical in the air. He can catch the ball. He's tough as hell. You're mixing he's not a blocker with he's not tough or physical. He's both tough and physical because that guy blew out his shoulder last year and came back and caught a one-handed ball. People like that's tough. That's physical. Now, is he a blocker? No. But can they make him maybe a sufficient blocker on the edges against corners and safeties to help out in the run game? I think they can. Well, you can't make him as an inline blocker. But if you're going to play him like a big wide receiver, I think it's an interesting experiment to try to make. Because you had Oronde Gadsden. This guy's faster than Oronde Gadsden, and he plays the same kind of game. So I would, I like the experiment of using him. Cap for Life says, what really bothers me is that everybody made this guy seem like a rapist, and now all of a sudden people are mute. Well, he might be a rapist. That's the reason why I wouldn't want to be associated with him. I'm glad the Dolphins aren't part of this. That guy's sick in the head. I don't care what anybody tells me. The guy's sick in the head. What he's doing is not normal. You don't need to do that kind of stuff. If you just want to have sex with a woman, you could go have sex with a woman. You don't need to try to entrap them in trying to make it a massage, and then that turns into, sex. And some of those women, it might have been consensual, and some of them it might not. So he has a problem, a serious problem. The guy has predatorial characteristics. So don't kid yourselves. He's not right. I know he's a good-looking guy. He has a clean-cut look. He's a soft-spoken guy. So he's kind of gives you that impression and has given us all that impression forever that he was, everything was kosher. But it's not. You can tell. Something's wrong with that guy. But it's not going to be the Dolphins' problem now. Somebody else is going to have to take it, and they're going to have to give up a world, and then they're going to have to deal with all the PR nightmare that comes with it too. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But it's one of those. Don't kid yourselves, okay? It's kind of like the Ben Roethlisberger thing. Technicalities will get you off, man. So we don't know, just like the whole thing with Ben. Is he guilty or is he innocent? We don't know. But sometimes if you don't have that tangible proof, that's going to be the difference in a case. Even if you think there was a crime, you got to have that tangible proof. That's why the whole Flores-Ross thing is kind of the same thing here. Ross could have told Flores, hey, lose a game. Every game you lose, I'll give you $100,000. But if you don't have that in a recording or in video or something like that, and it's he said, that's not going to fly in a court of law. And that's the problem. That's why the video part of it, the audio part of it, the photos, the tangible side of it is very important in these kind of cases. All right, let's switch gears. Well, we're going to stay on football, but we're going to go with Joe Shad, baby, and the AmericanDreamLending.com Miami Dolphins report.
Dolphins fans, buckle up. It's time for the American Dream Lending Miami Dolphins report with Joe Shad. When you're ready to purchase a new home or refinance the one you have, American Dream Lending will make sure your loan experience is easy with fast approvals and quick closings. Call them at 786-802-1727 or online at adreamlending.com. Here's Joe Shad with today's edition of the American Dream Lending report.
There he is, the man, the myth, the legend. How are you feeling, my friend? You feeling good?
A little bit better, Big O. Certainly better than the last time I saw you. Thanks for asking.
All right, good, man, good. Yeah, you sound like you still have that cold. Is there? Of course, it's those things end up lasting for a little while. So, good thing is, you're on the road to recovery now. All right. First of all, let's go over quickly on the Deshaun Watson thing. What'd you think of how things have turned out so far now for him?
Well, it's not, shocking to me that he's not going to be criminally charged. I heard you talking just a moment ago. It's often hard to get criminal charges. Does not mean that he did not act inappropriately, does not mean that he did not do things that may very well have risen to a criminal level, but to get that conviction certainly was going to be very, very difficult. It is very fascinating that the Dolphins were heavily interested in Deshaun Watson prior to the conclusion of the legal portion of Watson's dilemma. And now, when the legal portion of Watson's dilemma has been resolved, the Dolphins have proclaimed themselves out. I saw Dave Hyde wrote a column asking why, what changed. I have some thoughts. You may have addressed this in your show. What do you think changed? Just Brian Flores' departure?
Yes, I do. I think Brian Flores was the driving force behind all of this. And I think that maybe what's it called? The owner had some interest in it, but I think it was more about Brian Flores. And once they got rid of Brian Flores, I think the front office did a job of telling the owner, hey, I get it. This kid's fine. Just need to fix everything else around them on offense, and everything will work out. And I think the owner bought into that after Flo was all over him for Watson. So
do you think the fact that owner Stephen Ross is being investigated by the National Football League relative to whether or not he was asking his coach to lose games for money, and the fact that the former coach is suing the NFL and numerous NFL teams, and that the coach is saying that race played a role in his dismissal from the Dolphins. Do you think that those facts in any way contribute to them backing out on Deshaun? Like, in other words, the notion of like, all right, is like enough. There's so much of this negativity and toxicity and investigations and drama that, like, we don't need any more. Do you think there's any possible validity to that?
If he thought he was guilty, yes. But the way they've acted, they feel like he has no tangible evidence, because they've been pretty cocky about this and pretty confident, and their statements have been pretty stout on how, they feel about all of this. They've even called his accusations defamatory and irresponsible or something along those lines.
But there's off-field negativity, drama, toxicity, all those sort of things, and certainly any organization adding Deshaun Watson would have to answer additional questions, although his talent certainly would make it worth it. It's so hard to compete in the AFC. You have 6 unbelievably talented quarterbacks, and it's going to be really, really, really hard for any team that doesn't have one of those 6 quarterbacks to win. With Deshaun Watson, the Dolphins would have had a chance to be among that group. You notice the Dolphins just aren't being met. I think I saw some Vegas odds come out. They're the fourth longest shot to win the AFC. So expectations are very low. That is a good thing.
It is a good thing, but the problem with your theory is you make it sound like elite quarterbacks win every year. And that couldn't be the furthest thing from the truth. You know what I mean?
Peyton Manning, you go through the list of Super Bowl winners.
Peyton Manning
are usually pretty good quarterbacks.
Peyton Manning was not elite the last time they won, and Nick Foles was not elite the last time they won. You know what I'm saying? You make it sound like every time there has to be an elite quarterback right there. And I got to say something. Matt Stafford, he wasn't like a dominant force in those in that Super Bowl. I would say more the Rams carried them than anything. He just did enough to help them win, but he wasn't anything marvelous or anything, earth-shattering in that Super Bowl, my man.
I thought that Matthew Stafford, as a Ram, played really well overall and elevated that franchise and was able to get that franchise over a hump that Jared Goff, unfortunately, wasn't able to do. Jared Goff would not have led that team to a Super Bowl victory.
I get that, but you don't really have – it wasn't like he made a couple plays. You know what I mean? It wasn't like it was Cooper Kupp that I was more impressed with than I was Matt Stafford. If anything else, I was more impressed with the defense than I was Matt Stafford. But my point is Trent Dilfer's won.
Yeah, but how long is that? I mean, and the NFL has changed. It's not as much of a defensive game now.
Brother, Nick Foles and
wide open passing game.
Nick Foles and Peyton Manning were in the last 6-7 years. Please, don't tell me the NFL's changed. It's the same NFL. You have a great defense and you have a great offense line, and you can run the ball. Your quarterback just has to make some plays. He doesn't have to really carry you.
Listen, I like the idea that the Dolphins are going to go against the grain and try to establish the run because they've had such a pathetic run. And I like that. I like trying something different. The Dolphins hired a defensive-minded coach, and even though it didn't work out, there were improvements. The team had winning records. Penalties were down. The perception of the franchise improved. So going against the grain when everyone else is passing and Mike McDaniel wants to make sure that they can run, I find that interesting.
No, I find that logical. There's every team that can run and they're dominant running the ball, they make it super easy for their quarterback to actually get things done. That's been from the beginning of time. It doesn't matter what era you are in football. If you can run and punch people in the mouth, you're going to control the game. Your quarterback doesn't even have to carry you. That was the problem with the Dolphins. You had the elite quarterback. He was putting up all the yards, but you didn't have an elite offensive line. You didn't have an elite running game, and you didn't have an elite defense, because those are the factors that actually carry you more than the quarterback at times, because we've watched actual quarterbacks that aren't that good go win the Super Bowl because the teams actually. I mean, look, Ryan Tannehill is the perfect example. Plenty over the last couple of years got suckered, and they kept thinking that Ryan Tannehill crossed the threshold, and he didn't cross jack. He was just riding the coattails of a great team, and all he had to do was facilitate. And to me, that's what I saw in Matt Stafford in the Super Bowl. He facilitated. He wasn't like, oh my God, he was a passing demon in that game. I didn't think that.
Now, there's a lot of layers here, but it is true that the Dolphins essentially chose Mike McDaniel and Tua Tagovailoa over Brian Flores and Deshaun Watson. Now, on paper, you'd probably go with Flores and Watson because of how good Watson is. You think, oh, he'll solve the offense. Flores will be a better defensive coordinator than Josh Boyer, even though Boyer, obviously would have, continued to hold the title. So that's going to be part of Dolphins lore here, Dolphins history, in the same way choosing Tagovailoa over Herbert will never be forgotten.
Yeah, well, again, you've already played it out. So that's I have not. Some of us have not. In your mind, and you always come on that way. You've given up on Tua. Tua is there's no shot for Tua in your eyes, because that's the way you talk about it.
I understand. I understand that that's your perception.
No, that's
of
what you're
my
saying.
words.
You just said it was a mistake that they will have to stand with forever now. You said
Herbert over Tua, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, that ship has sailed. Yeah, clearly Burrow and Herbert are better than Tua. Now, I've said repeatedly that I think Tua will be.
Don't throw Burrow in there. They had no shot at Burrow. Okay, it's Herbert.
Yeah, I'm just talking about comparing guys from the same draft.
I know, but that's just piling on. That's just a pile on, is why because it's not the argument is Herbert and Tua because they were the ones that you could get. Burrow was not in the mix, and they tried to trade for Burrow, but they could not get him. Obviously, but that's where you have, in your eyes, Tua is not going to get it done this year.
Now, Tua looks good in workouts. Now, here's the thing. A year ago, I wrote about how Tua looked good in workouts, how he looked healthy and his arm looked strong and his hip looks good. And so, it is good that he is getting healthier and getting stronger and gaining confidence. And I think that that's going to help him this year. But, when the bullets start flying, man, that's where Tua needs to be better. Under pressure, confusing defense, need to avoid a guy, go to the third read, all that stuff that he will tell you he needs to be better at. I will give Tua credit for this. He is honest about needing to improve. He is honest. He's not sitting there. Brock Osweiler once at the end of a horrific camp said that he thought he played great. And we're looking at this guy. I remember my friend Adam Beasley. He said to Brock Osweiler, like, what are you talking about, man? And he basically said, like, are you serious right now, Brock? Like, I love that you said that, No,
I'm with you. The only thing I disagreed on what you just said now was that Tua has to get better at avoiding. Dude, he played behind the worst line, and he was one of the.
Well, that's why I'm excited. By the end of next week, I fully expect
he was one of the least sacked quarterbacks behind one of the worst lines in the NFL, Joe.
Yeah, it's a run-pass option offense. You're not supposed to get sacked.
You mean a run-pass offense that can't run? I'm sorry.
Right, here's the thing.
Again, you blame him for the offense that can't run.
You should have Tua as a co-host. You should bring Tua on.
It's just
as your co-host.
I just laugh because
you stream in Hawaii.
Huh? Yes, we do, and we.
I guarantee you, your show is very popular in Hawaii and Alabama.
I can guarantee you, it is very popular in Hawaii because I see the stats. So yes.
The truth comes out. You're trying to garner followership in the great state of Hawaii.
You've known me for over 20 years.
when do I have an opinion to try to garner any kind of attention from anybody, good or bad? You know me. When I have an opinion, it's my opinion. It's not driven by anything whatsoever, Joe. You should know that. You've known me for 20 years. I don't cater to anybody, dude, ever. I'm not catering to Tua. I like Tua. I believe in Tua.
All right. So listen, so by the end of next week, this is very exciting. This is going to create a pulse of enthusiasm and excitement that you have not seen in Dolphins land in years. They're going to add a left tackle. They're going to probably add a right guard or a right tackle. They're going to add a center. They're going to add a receiver, a running back, an edge, a linebacker. All right. This is going to be a bonanza of enthusiasm and excitement. Spending like you haven't seen since the Patriots last year. This is the no excuse spending tour. This is the chef who says he's got nothing to cook with, and you go to the finest grocery store and pick up the finest meats and cheeses and vegetables, and you say, here you go. I brought you everything you wanted. No more excuses. Make me the best Michelin meal ever.
Yes. Yes.
So we agree.
If they can get that line and that running game going, I think Tua will be just fine. And then you'll be sitting there eating a lot of crow, and you'll be really like, damn, I overlooked this. I did not make.
What did I write? What did I write or say about Tua that you'll be able to pull out? What is it?
Oh, I can. No, all I have to do is pull out everything here from the show where you've given up on him completely. We have hundreds of sound bites already at this point. We've got you like down. I mean, what was it 2 weeks ago? Well, no, they should trade for they should sign one of the elite guys and then go get an offensive line and a running game for him. You said that on the air. But for Tua, forget about it. He doesn't need an offensive line or running game. I already know who he is. He sucks. He doesn't need an offensive line or running game. Even if he gets it, it's not going to work out. You had us acquiring an elite player, but then you wanted the elite player to have the offensive line and the running game that Tua doesn't.
All right, this is the same angle. It's monotonous. So do we have a different angle? What do we got?
No, I mean that's going to be the lead dog in all of it right there. No, and yeah, plus, of
listen,
course, of course, a mistake. Now you've already said it's a mistake in drafting Tua, so
over Herbert, yeah, of course.
Yeah, there we go.
99% of Americans would agree.
And then next year when Herbert's
you're the one guy, you and Hawaii and Alabama.
And wait till Herbert's throwing like 27 interceptions next year. And then you all are going to freak out and you're going to go, oh, he's Jared Goff part 2. And then, it's like one of those two. Oh, he reminds me a little of Jeff George, all that. So, we got to wait to see if the kid wins. I know he's beautiful. His talent is gorgeous. I mean, he is picture perfect. All right. So give me a free agent you expect to be a Miami Dolphin.
Oh, I wish I could tell you one of them. I mean, I'd like Teron Armstead. I know you're worried about him. I would like Ryan Jensen, the center. I would like a defensive end to replace Emmanuel Ogbah. Maybe, a Derek Barnett. I'm not as worried about the receiver position and even the running back position, although I would be very thrilled if they added a running back like a Ronald Jones. I know you think that they don't need to spend there. So, look, it's just get me a Brendan Scherf, get me a Laken Tomlinson, just get me a Trent Brown. Get me 3 if you can, at least two by Wednesday.
By the way, I disagree with you. I do think they need to get a running back. What I don't want is for you to spend a first-round pick on a running back, but a second or third rounder or a free agent. I have no problem with that. I think that's very important for the Dolphins. I think they have to add a back that, you feel really, really good about. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I can see something like that. I can also see a Raheem Mostert also getting, a contract from the Dolphins.
Yeah,
that would make a lot of sense.
That would not be a high price contract as he's coming off of injury. And obviously, who wouldn't want to be in South Florida? He's already been here once.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there. All right, so you can't give me one free agent you feel really good about that you're hearing will be a Dolphin.
No, I think they're going to add a tackle, whether it's Armstead, Fisher, or Brown. There you go. One of those three guys will be a Dolphin: Armstead, Fisher, or Brown.
Okay. All right. There you go. What are you working on the Palm Beach Post, sir? So people can check your hate for Tua out.
You make it worse for me, Big O.
I know. That's the idea. That's what we do here. We stir it up, bro. That's kind of the idea. You know what I'm saying?
By the way, La'el Collins, very intriguing right tackle. Amari Cooper.
You're not worried that he was missing drug tests and suspended for 5 games, and then another year where he had a hip injury for a whole year? Is there any concerns there? Like, I'm with you on La'el Collins. The only thing is, I wouldn't trade a high pick for him. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to give him money. Is that the right way to look at it, or are you thinking you would trade a high pick for La'el Collins?
That's a great question. I mean, you would have to really obviously do the background work, the leg work. You don't want, to make a huge mistake. But from a talent perspective, that's such an upgrade.
Oh, it is.
And it's Tua's blind side. And I know you want to do everything you can to protect Tua's blind side. And we like Jesse Davis, but someone who's more proven and established than Jesse Davis.
Just scares me that the kid was dodging drug tests. That's not good.
No, I understand. You'd have to do the research. If you're comfortable with it, obviously you go ahead and move forward with it. They know they got to get 2, 3 really capable offensive linemen. So,
I agree. At least 2.
So that's what I'll write about at the Palm Beach Post website. I'm still focused on getting healthy, Big O, getting healthy for
you sound
free
good.
agency week.
You sound good. You got good energy, so you sound good. I like it. So that's good. You're improving. All right. So there you go.
3 out of 10 today. I'm a 6 out of 10.
There you go. Follow him on Twitter at Shad Joe. You can check out his hate for Tua right there on Twitter, and then of course subscribe at the Palm Beach Post.
Who's your ally, by the way? Who's in Tua NATO? Who is your ally?
I think Cam Wolf is a little bit on my
Big
side.
O show guest is aligned with you. One guy.
Cam. I think
Cam Wolf.
Cam Wolf, right? I think, right?
Okay.
I think Cam Wolf is the only one that is with me.
So you spend every segment with all your guests.
Oh, actually, Rappaport likes him too.
Yeah, well,
Rappaport likes him. Rap Sheet
likes him. Watch him practice.
He likes him, bro. He likes him. Nick Perdomo back here likes him too.
Ian likes players based on who their agents are, which is what I would do if I was a national NFL insider. That's what I would do.
It's Steinberg, right? That's his guy, right?
Lee Steinberg and Chris Cabot.
Okay.
And he also has Ryan Williams for marketing. So he has so many people on Team Tua. It is an army of support.
Dude, Ryan Williams is working with him?
Yeah, he's got Lee Steinberg and Athletes First.
I did not know that.
On the marketing side, 2 mega firms. Okay. Who do you think had him in a movie? You think Brian Flores liked that Tua had a movie about him on Fox? Of course he didn't like that.
Well, I mean, Flores is a loser. I mean, what can you say? He was jealous that Tua has a star. People love him. Flo was jealous of Tua. Tua's
Enjoy
great.
Your weekend, Big O.
All right, baby. You be good.
See you, bud.
Later. He was jealous of Tua. That's what it is. There's Joe Shad, baby, with his hate for Tua on the American Dream Lending Miami Dolphins report.
When you're ready to purchase a new home or refinance the one you have, American Dream Lending will make sure your loan experience is easy with fast approvals and quick closings. With many loan programs and competitive rates, now is the time to turn your dreams into reality. Ask about special financing for veterans. They never charge an application fee and you will work directly with one of their experienced loan professionals. Stop dreaming and contact American Dream Lending today, 786-802-1727 or online at adreamlending.com.
Live, by the way, a couple more super chats. He says, Miami Dolphins need to stop being afraid to be great. Stephen Ross, make things right or your ass is gone. And then he also sends in another super chat. He says, Joe Shad, speak the truth. Typical Finn. So there you go. Cap for Life is a Tua hater also, along with Joe Shad. Roadrunner says, if I'm Watson, I wouldn't want to come here neither with all this stuff going on, just like Houston for him. Yeah. Yep. No, of course not. Why would he want all that stuff going on?
Cat for Life just sent in to a time better not suck.
It won't, bro. I mean, I have faith in Tua, so what can I tell you? But that's just me. I'm not the one that is in the hate zone. Nice job by the Heat last night, 117-106 over the Cavs. Bam with 30 points, 17 rebounds, 3 steals. Butler had 24 points. Duncan played 24 minutes, shot 3 of 6, only 9 points. Did not shoot a lot last night. Tyler had 20. Strus had 17. When Jimmy Butler was asked about, when they were playing good defense, he goes, "What happened?" He goes, "Yeah, Strus wasn't on the court." That was a good line. Butler is such a ball buster, bro. He's awesome. T-Wolves, by the way, are 7-3 in their last 10. Tonight at 8:00, the Miami Heat take on the T-Wolves, who are 16-18 on the road. So we'll see what happens. This is a nice little stretch here of a couple games. Winnable games. Okay, it's not like the Cavs are easy, but you should beat them, and they did. It's not like the Wolves are easy, but you should beat them tonight, and hopefully they will here on a back-to-back. But nice job by them. And that Tyler Hero was just awesome yesterday. That possession where he was like circulating around the paint and all that, I mean, just awesome. And then the pass for Bam for the slam. Tyler Hero has just evolved into one hell of a player. It's not just that he's the 6th man of the year. The guy, I know that they misinterpreted his conversation or his thoughts in the offseason when he was talking about, hey, I want to be considered like one of these kind of guys. He didn't, a lot of people misinterpreted and said that he said he belonged there, and he never said that. He said he wanted to be in that conversation. And to his credit, man, last year, a lot of stuff got to his head, and the success from the bubble, and obviously the IG model and life and all that. Life is good for Tyler Hero, man, and he should enjoy it, and he's got a beautiful wife and a child now and all of that. And he kind of took a step back where he might have had a little bit of a fat head last year. And to his credit, he saw what happened and said, no, I'm not doing that. And he changed his ways. And the dude is a flat-out star right now. He's just a money player. He's a guy that he's a 6th man, but he's a starter, really, when you look at him. He is starter talent is what you see from that man. So props, huge props to Tyler Hero, mentally and physically, how he has matured and he has developed and he has become it's really a big 4. Okay, and I'm sure people have talked about this already, and it should be considered a big 4. It should be Lowry and Butler and Bam and Tyler. Okay, because Tyler is just as important. What he does off that bench, it's priceless, man. And to watch it again last night, that was fun. Love what Tyler Hero has done, how he's developed.
Hey, per Josina Anderson, the Cowboys are working on trading Amari Cooper to the Cleveland Browns.
Okay. All right. That sucks. Okay. That sucks. But all right. I want him for the Dolphins, man. I like Amari Cooper as a route runner. I think he would be awesome. PSJ says, Big O, love your show, watch every day, but you were wrong about Flo ever working again and wrong now. Break of a lifetime. Shameful, but it's your narrative. You rip these humans apart. Yep, exactly. It's so shameful, right? Yeah, Flo. Flo got that big job as a linebacker coach. That was a pity job that he got, bro. Nobody was hiring his ass. Do you think we would beat Brooklyn in a series? Hell yeah, man. I'm not telling you it's a easy thing, but they will. I'm a sad Laker fan. This is where I exit. Case of seemingly good idea gone terribly wrong. You know, it's the worst part. I'm watching SportsCenter, and they start with the Lakers. And I know LeBron had 50 points and all that stuff, and they showed all the highlights and everything. The Lakers suck, dude. And it's just because it's kind of like a Nick thing. Because it's LA and New York, they get it, and LeBron and all that. But they're a sorry-ass team. And they're the lead on SportsCenter yesterday. And I'm watching that, and this morning as I'm watching it. And I'm like, really? Like, they don't mean anything. They're not going anywhere. And why? Because he had a 50-point night. You know what LeBron reminds me of now? The guy that plays for an expansion team. And he has the best year he's ever had in his life because he got picked by the expansion team. He was a key backup player in the current team he was in. But now in an expansion team, he becomes a starter. Somebody's got to score. And it's not that LeBron is sorry or anything. He's obviously a great, great player, one of the greatest of all time. But it's like, you're a sorry team, and he's the only one that can really do anything on a night-in, night-out basis. So somebody's got to score on that sorry-ass team. And for them to be the lead, and they mean nothing in the big picture, it's ridiculous. It really is. What do you got for me?
All right, Adam Schefter is reporting they're finalizing the trade to send wide receiver Amari Cooper and a 6th-round pick to the Browns for a 2022 5th-round pick and 6th-round pick, per sources.
Okay.
It cost them a 5th and a 6th for Amari Cooper and a 6th.
All right, there we go. But I saw that and it was like, really, dude, you're gonna start with the freaking Lakers that mean nothing whatsoever. They don't deserve any headlines whatsoever. But whatever. Let's see. Let's do this. Let's take a quick break. Let's take a quick break here at the top of the hour. Manny Navarro will join us in hour number 2 at 2:30. When we come back, let's get into a little more sports. I got a bunch of other sports stories I want to get into right here on the Big O Show, coming to you live from Smokin' in Pompano. We have opened up a new Perdomo lounge. Come on out here. Nick Perdomo's here. Nick Jr.'s here. Billy Perdomo's here. Come on out here. Meet the Perdomo family. Take a picture. Get some great cigars, great deals. They've got them here for you. Hour number 2 is next.
When you're ready to purchase a new home loan or refinance the one you have, American Dream Lending will make sure your loan experience is easy with fast approvals and quick closings. With many loan programs and competitive rates, now is the time to turn your dreams into reality. Ask about special financing for veterans. They never charge an application fee and you will work directly with one of their experienced loan professionals. Stop dreaming and contact American Dream Lending today, 786-802-1727 or online at adreamlending.com. When protecting your family is your priority, there's nothing more important than a roof above the people you love. Call Tommy B. Butts Jr. Enterprises.com, 954-735-9826 or 954-394-1411 and ask to speak to Tommy, the owner. They specialize in all kinds of roofs, led by their highly crafted, skilled, and professional roof mechanics. All of their previous customers have an opportunity to enter their bi-weekly drawings to receive free an exterior impact metal door. Please call for more details. That's Tommy B. Butts Jr. Enterprises.com, 954-735-9826 or 954-394-1411. Trust Tommy to fortify and protect what's most important to you, your family. The Big O Radio Show is looking for an experienced salesperson in the radio or TV business. The candidate must have at least 5 years of sales experience in the broadcast business over the last 10 years. Please email your phone number and resume to bigoradioshow@yahoo.com. That's bigoradioshow@yahoo.com. Looking for an aggressive person who can help our platform expand into many avenues in our business. Reach out if you are the person that's able to make the difference.
doorbell camera. Now you got a front row seat to your house getting robbed.
No.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
Get out of my house!
Ooh, Mom's jewelry. There goes the TV. I'm sure it'll turn up at the pawn shop.
No!
Just because you can see them, that doesn't mean you can stop them. With Sloan's, you get 24-hour monitoring, a free home security system, and professional installation. Plus, a free doorbell camera.
Free?
One that'll actually work for you. It's not total security unless it's the Sloan Shield. Call 1-800-ALARM-NATE.
There's no need to drive around South Florida wasting valuable time looking for a new or certified pre-owned Acura. Go to the #1 volume sales dealership in the Southeast United States. Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. Purchase with pace and space in a dealership tailored to your needs. From home buying to providing that personal touch. Contact the 2020 Satisfaction Award winner Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. 888-776-5123. That's 888-776-5123. Or visit them at 15601 Pines Boulevard in Pembroke Pines.
The viewpoints, statements, or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyAccess.com, Media Group Inc., ownership, management, sponsors, or website.
The Big O Radio Show is brought to you by Sports Grill. Good food, good drinks, good friends. Craig Zinn Acura of Pembroke Pines, the #1 volume Acura dealership in the Southeast United States. The Fort Lauderdale Police Department. The FLPD is hiring. Go to FLPDjobs.com.
The Big O Radio Show originates from the OK Coin Studios. Invest a little time and save big. Just set the recurring buy and pay, 0 transaction fee after your first purchase. The Big O Radio Show is mastered by executive producer Sean Stanley from the OK Coin Studios. When it comes to South Florida sports teams, very few in the media have witnessed, lived, and covered it like the Big O. Let's start the program dedicated to your favorite South Florida teams with a passion that's unmatched. The Big O Radio Show is on. Here's the Big O.
All righty, we are back. We're back. My man Nick Perdomo, kind enough to join us now on the program since we're out here at Smoke Inn in Pompano. A listener, by the way, bought me a pack, Nick. So very nice. He said, I got one of our listeners. He came here to visit me. He has asthma. So he went inside to buy me a pack. How about that? That's commitment, man. That is commitment.
Big time commitment.
No, I mean, the other day we were at Caneswear, and a listener came by.
I saw that.
From Cigar Social Club is his deal, and he brought me a Perdomo cigar. By the way, the lounge is beautiful.
Thank you.
Smokin' does a great job. They're one of our better cigar bar companies that we have here in South Florida, so it makes sense why you teamed up with them.
Yeah, we've been doing business with them a long time, and the owner, Vinny's just a great guy.
You know, so talk to me a little bit about the new cigars, the new line. What are you doing today?
What we're doing today is we're doing some specials on Perdomo that showcases all our lines. We got some great specials, and we have the new Perdomo 10th Anniversary Maduro that won Cigar of the Year, and the new 10th Anniversary Sun Grown. And we got a packed house here. You can't fit a crouton in that store right now.
I know, man. It's freaking awesome. By the way, did you watch the highlight yesterday? Tua working out and flicking it 50 yards downfield to Lynn Bowden Jr.?
Listen, my daughter went to the University of Alabama. I saw a lot of practices with him. I think if people are going to be patient and we can get a decent offensive line to protect him, I think people are going to forget that word Justin Herbert, because I saw both of them play, and I'm so high on him. I think it's been unfair, to be quite honest with you, how he's been treated. It's hard to throw a football when you get 2.1 seconds to throw the ball.
Yeah.
But by the time the guy turns back, he's already getting to hit.
Right.
Right.
And he doesn't get step into. That's one of the things that I've talked about the entire time, is that he gets here and he doesn't have some of the tools he had in Alabama, which was an offensive line, a running game, and really an offensive mind on the sidelines that really knows how to play design things.
You've been spot on from day one talking about that, Big O. So, and I agree with you 100%. And I went to a lot of Alabama practices and saw this kid play. Not only does he got great football acumen, he's just a great kid. And I think the Miami fans are going to be really shocked if they can give him some protection and some weapons.
Yeah, and you like this coach? Because I like the attitude that he has, that he is dead set on fixing this line and running game, because that's what he knows.
I agree with you, but I also agree that we might have got a guy who could build a great staff, and hopefully he can build one. And I'd like to pick that you had an issue with Jim Caldwell, but look, the jury's out. I'm open-minded. I know it's got to be a lot better than what we had. I might be in the minority, but I wasn't a fan of the previous coach. He's very defensive-minded, and I know from the inside he wasn't really good to Tua.
Yeah, no, he didn't want Tua from the get-go.
No.
You know what I mean? It's just I know who he wanted, and it was definitely not Tua. So, I like the fact that they did not fall to the pressures from the outside, and somehow I think it's the personnel department that really believes in Tua, and I think they convinced everybody else, maybe even the owner who was thinking Watson, hey, let's stay the course. It's our fault, not his fault. And, it reminds me, not that I believe in that kid, but at least the owner came out and was honest enough to say, hey, we've done everything to screw this kid up. And it's true that, I'm not a Daniel Jones guy, but still, he hasn't had everything.
No.
And when I look at Tua, it's the same thing. We've done everything to screw the kid up for 2 years.
You're spot on that, 100%. But hopefully we could turn that around and see him play. I mean, I saw him in Alabama, and just how he could look at the second and third receiver. He has great football acumen. And like I said earlier, he's a great kid, and he can fling that ball. Believe me, he's got a great release, and I think people are going to be shocked, like I said earlier, if we can give them some weapons.
I'm with you there. All right, Nick, get inside because I know they want to see
Thanks.
you.
I know you're wearing that mask. You've got a dust storm blowing in your face.
And I see you struggling with the dust.
Oh, yeah.
So I have the mask, so I appreciate you,
Thank
my
you,
brother.
Big O.
Thank you.
Love the show. Appreciate it.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you for supporting us. I appreciate you. There you go, the great Nick Perdomo, baby. Come on out here. You can meet Nick. Nick Jr.'s out here. Billy Perdomo's out here. Janine's out here. Everybody's out here, man. Oh, man, you got to come on out here. We have a great crowd out here. The place is absolutely packed, smoking in Pompano. We're right on Power Line, all right before, Wilkes Road, all right? So come on out and join us out here. We'll be out here for about another 55, maybe another hour, because we'll have Anthony Chang on at 3 o'clock. So we'll have some fun with Anthony. And we'll talk about all kinds of things going on with the Miami Heat. All right, good stuff with Nick Perdomo. I love watching that video with Tua yesterday. That was actually really cool. Panthers are off tonight. Tomorrow at 10 o'clock, they'll take on the Kings on the road. Remember, the Panthers are going to play a lot of road games now to finish off the season here. They had a lot of home games. It's kind of the opposite of the Heat. The Heat played a lot of road games in the first half of the season. Second half here, they're going to have a lot of home games, so a lot of opportunities to really pack in the wins. The other thing that I saw in the world of sports, first of all, Ridge Holland, Sean. I saw that in the news. I'm not a wrestling guy, but my heart sank to the ground, and I felt bad for the man. It looked like he broke his neck or something like that. He didn't come back. What you did a show last night. I'm sure you had to talk about my man Ridge Holland.
Yeah. Well, actually, it was Big E that got his neck broken. Ridge Holland was the one doing the move. It was an over the head.
Oh, so it's the other guy.
It was an over the head, belly to belly, and he didn't plant his feet right and give Big E a big enough base. And Big E's a big guy, and didn't rotate all the way over and landed right on his neck. And he was stretchered out from the building. But since then, he took to his Instagram. He did have a broken neck, but this morning, he sent out that he will not require surgery.
Okay.
So hopefully everything seems to be okay. I don't know if it's going to be a long time before you see him back in the ring because, as I said last night, it kind of reminded me of what happened with Markieff Morris in the Miami Heat. Is now that he's got the neck injury, look how long it's taken for him to get back because he had previous neck injuries, and doctors are not so quickly to say, okay, because, again, a 300-pound guy hitting the ground with your neck consistently, it's a little bit different than basketball, and basketball is a little weary to let him play. So I can only imagine how long it may take for Big E to come back. But good news is he was in good vibes, good talking last night, saying he got all his digits moving and everything else, and it appears that it will not require surgery. So that is real good news as far as it goes for Big E.
There you go. So that's the update on Big E and Ridge Holland yesterday and that whole flip. The other one, by the way, which is the good part about wrestling, is Paige Van Zandt. She left the UFC world, and she has now joined AEW, right? Not the root beer, but the league. I know it's A&W. I know. Either way, I don't like root beer. But yes, I know it's A&W, not AEW. Yes. But it still reminds me of the root beer. What can I tell you? And then she, took to Instagram and posted some pictures. Can you show the great people? Because we sent you the link there on. I want you to set it up. So Paige Van Zandt wanted to show the world that she was ready for her AEW in all her glory. And I just we gotta we are facilitators of fun here. You know what I'm saying? So we figured we'd share a little Paige Van Zandt with you guys, so you can actually get a little flavor of what Paige wanted to show all of you. Now, when you get to it, I want you to slowly scroll down and show each picture, because it kind of gets better and better as you know.
Can I tell you how she signed her contract, by the way?
How did she sign it? With her butt?
No, she signed it on the ass of Ty Conte. She knocked out Ty Conte later on Sammy Guevara, and then pinned her name to the contract on Ty Conte's ass.
That's awesome. By the way, she's married, right, to another fighter, right?
She isn't. He's actually involved. Dan Lambert, American Top Team, got a little group in AEW. Okay. Sorry, it's taking a little longer to.
Okay. All right. So you
got
it
up, but I am getting there right now.
We're gonna load up this Paige Van Zandt thing, and you've got to see it, bro. Because let me tell you something. Paige Van Zandt is talented, and she's also very beautiful. Do hope Joe comes on and brings up Tua's awful play next week, while all the elite teams or QBs go to the playoffs. He will, Nicole. He will. He'll brag about it if that happens. Not that it will, of course, because.
Can you let me know once it comes? Oh, it is on. I see on one screen you have it, one screen you don't.
Oh, okay. Because this one's kind of like delayed or something.
Okay, so I'm gonna
there
start
it is.
Scrolling through.
There it is. We got it now. All right, so there's Paige.
Scrolling through.
So we're gonna start scrolling, and here you go, Paige Van Zandt. For all of you gentlemen out there, you can see Paige in all her glory. So she wanted to kind of, she usually treats everybody to a couple of very interesting pictures. Her and her boyfriend sometimes take pictures where they're completely naked, and they're putting like items in front of their specific parts. Everything else is out there. You know what I'm saying? So, Paige is very talented.
Is this what gets likes on Instagram and stuff?
Yeah. You think that's not going to get likes? So, warning: steamy photos.
I love that they gotta tell you.
I tell you ahead of time. Warning. So yes, Paige Van Zandt. So there you go. Reasons to watch AEW. Okay. All right. He goes, there's pictures out there of Paige with stuff not in front of her pants. Well, yeah, but we're not going to show that kind of stuff.
Get all that. Then we become a whole different YouTube
program.
Yeah.
We're not that kind of YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? But I figured since, the wrestling part of it is, finally ingrained into our show thanks to this gentleman, and I saw that, I figured, I would be remiss if I did not share this knowledge that I found. Right?
What's interesting, and I know you don't really follow it, but Outkick did an article on pro wrestling and how it's outdrawing in the ratings on TV NBA basketball now.
Wow.
Yes. On Wednesday night, the number one cable program was AEW Dynamite. It beat the coverage of the NBA.
You've been saying this for a while, that AEW is like getting ahead of WWE.
It's getting there, but it's not showing on the ratings between AEW and WWE. But when you look at it against other aspects, you can see that it's got momentum.
Yeah, no,
it definitely has momentum.
Yeah, I mean, you signed Paige Van Zandt. Yeah. You're not paying her $5.
Well, that goes to the other thing that I talk about too on the show is
like
who are they signed to? They can't be signed to AEW. They got to be signed to one of Chad Khan or Tony Khan's other investments, like WCW when they brought in Hulk Hogan and Macho Man and all those guys. They were signed to Turner Broadcasting,
right?
To Turner Media.
Okay.
not to WCW, which is why when Vince bought WCW, none of those contracts went with them because he didn't have the rights to those. He only bought the WWE or WCW owned contracts. And I think that's something they're doing something there because AEW told their talent it's going to be tiered by your, how long you've been a pro wrestler. That's what they wanted to be fair in paying. And ultimately, I think they're going to end up having to get away from that because when you're bringing in these guys,
well, stars are stars.
Yeah, you can't tier some of these guys that you're bringing in now.
Right.
So it's interesting to see where some of the pay is being done from.
John R. says Big O needs to start watching AEW. You people might end up getting me to watch that stuff. Figure because I gotta kind of connect with him a little bit more on that.
Hey, last night I watched Heat, Canes, and SmackDown.
Wow, that's nice. I just did Heat and Canes. Then some crypto and stuff like that, other things that I had to check out. But anyway, nice job by Paige Van Zandt. That's all I got to say. Now, while it's a great job by Paige Van Zandt, it's a terrible job by Floyd Mayweather. You got to pull that up. Did you guys see Floyd Mayweather at the Heat game the other night? So Floyd Mayweather bought these boots, and he also bought the shirt to go with the boots, at least. I'll give him credit that he took the time to also buy the shirt that matches the boots. But I got to tell you, they were some ridiculous boots that it looks like a female would buy those boots to, like, I don't know, like a fancy pajama party or something. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of those deals. And apparently those shoes, all right, let me pull it up over here. I guess I got to pull it up over here. But apparently those shoes cost, I don't know how many thousands of dollars. How much? $795? No. It's more than that. They're in the thousands. If I remember correctly, they were in the thousands. Oh, that's 700. So 795. That's ridiculous. It's still more. I thought it was more than that. I thought it was even worse than that. There you go. Those are the boots he was rocking. Well, it says, okay, all right. Well, no, it says the shirt costs $650, and it says so the fit not included the diamonds watch bracelet would surely go for costs $1,445.
Yeah, so now on the screen is the actual outfit that he wore sitting on the sideline at the Heat game.
That's terrible. That is just, I'm telling you, those are like fancy boots that a girl wears at a rich pajama party. I mean, those things are ugly, bro. But again, when you're a star, stars can wear anything. Rock stars wear all kinds of crazy ass stuff. Athletes. I mean, Dwayne Wade wears some really funky stuff, dude. I guess it's snowing in Miami. Not bad weather, though.
Isn't that his clothing line, though, with Wade?
What? Oh, no, not all of it. Some he does, but sometimes he's just wearing like these funky things that I've never seen before in my life. Yeah, they do look like moon boots. But again, stars can get away with this crazy ass stuff. You and I wear this, and everybody laughs at our asses, right? But it's like, who was that idiot that we showed the other day? It was Kuzma. He had a sweater on that was like 8,000 sizes longer, and you're like bigger than he is. Did you guys ever see that? Go look at Kyle Kuzma oversized sweater. We shared that one with you. And you know what? Stars and all, although I don't know if I consider Kuzma a star. Just because you're in the NBA, I don't know if I'm going to call you a star. You're just a player in the NBA. Why does Floyd look like he's in Alaska? No. I had those moon boots back in the 80s. Yeah, I should have. Yeah, bro. Hola, Big O, following every day from Tijuana. All right, Carlos. Yeah. The next time that Sean and I go down to Southern California, we're going to take a trip down to Tijuana. Okay? Except we won't bring back any hash oil, so we don't get in trouble. Too soon? Too soon? Okay. I feel bad for Brittany Briner, but I don't necessarily blame anybody but her. Okay? Just in case you missed that segment with she brought it on herself. She lacked common sense. That I can tell you. I'll take care of you guys. More than welcome, says Carlos. All right. There we go. Nice. All right, we're set. And by the way, for Eddie Lepp out there, I spoke to your boy out in what's it called, in Daytona, and we could be going up to a bar in Daytona during the summer, so we could be visiting. You never know. You never know. And then who knows? We might be back in Daytona the following year for Bike Week. Don't be surprised if this show is live at Bike Week or at Sturgis or something like that down the line. That's the kind of crazy stuff I want to do also. I mean, are you kidding me?
The first half is over right down the road, or pretty much going to be over. 1-0 LAFC on top of Inter Miami at the moment.
Wow. I'll watch it when I get home. Worst fight between coach against reporter, radio guy you have seen, Big O. There you go. Worst fight between coach. Oh, that has to be with you talk about what's this clown's name? Golden. You talk about with Al Golden? Yep. That might be it. One of many in my life. One of many. Dwayne Wade was at the All-Star Dunk Contest dressed like Denzel Washington from Training Day. Carlos says, you have a house here in Tijuana. I love it. Love it, bro. Let's go to Tijuana. You can get in all kinds of trouble in Tijuana. You got to be careful. How bad is, I've never actually been in Tijuana. Is it as bad as people say it is? Is it as crazy as people say it is? Right? Because all we ever hear about is don't you ever hear about like crazy stories from that place? Always.
I haven't been close to that area since the 90s, so I think it's probably changed a little bit.
You went to Tijuana?
No, I was in the San Diego area.
Okay.
I never got a chance to go because we were doing ops down there, but I wanted to. Know some people that went. Had some crazy stories, but I never physically went myself.
Right, yeah. And it's close, right,
still
from San Diego?
Myself. Yeah, I'm still kicking myself. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's just a rock's throw away, shall we say.
Everybody I hear, they always have a good time when you go. So I figured.
Everybody I talked to had a great time.
Yeah, I figured that, man. You got to go and have a good time. Why not, man? I'm with you there. Let's see. If you are not in the wrong business. Oh, if you are not in the wrong business, you are safe. Oh, okay. So then I'm safe. All right, good. I got you. I'm good then. All right. There you go. We're not criminals or drug. Okay, I got you. So if you're a shady person, it's not good for you. If you're just going as a regular dude, go have fun, a couple of drinks, and come back and have. Yeah, okay, I got you. All right, we're good. All right, I can go with that. We're going to talk to Manny Navarro. We're going to get into a little Canes action with him. We will talk to Anthony Chang at the top of the hour. We'll talk a little Heat. Let's take a quick break. Let's get ready for a little Manny Navarro action. We're coming to you live from Smokin' in Pompano. We have opened up a new Perdomo lounge. Come on out, baby. You can get some cigar specials, which thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back on the other side right here for we'll continue hour number 2 right here on the Big O Radio Show.
If you're a Miami sports fan, then there's only one store to go to, and that's Caneswear at Miami Fanwear in Davie. They're your one-stop shop for all your Inter Miami CF, Canes, Dolphins, Panthers, and Marlins merchandise. They have hats, t-shirts, game day jerseys, and so much more. Located at 2511 South University Drive in Davie, and open 24/7 online at caneswear.com or intermiamiwear.com. Call them at 954-835-5597. Caneswear, the spot where Inter Miami and all Miami sports fans shop.
viewpoint statements or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyXS.com, Media Group Inc. ownership, management, sponsors, or website. Time for Canes fans to get what they want. Information, insight, and perspective. It's the Canes Wear Miami Hurricanes Report with Manny Navarro. Exclusively on the Big O Radio Show. Here's Big O and insider Manny Navarro.
All right, we are back. Manny is locked and loaded. He's on the road. I was told it's a minivan and the entire family is there or something like that. Is that true?
I'm in here with Brett Getz, the what do I call you? The manager of the South Florida Express, the founder of the South Florida Express 7-on-7 team, who's got a bunch of 5-star and 4-star elite players from South Florida, and we got Brandon Innes' parents here with us. Brandon, of course, is a star receiver at Plantation American Heritage. We got Brett's daughter in here, Brandon's sister. Everybody's in here, so we're driving to UCLA, man. Gonna hang out, get a little bit of a tour of UCLA, see Westwood up close, and then probably go hang down at the beach somewhere with the kids.
Have you been there to UCLA?
I have. I actually was there with
Super
the Miami Heat. Yeah, when I was covering the Heat a few years back when they were there, and Lonzo Ball was at UCLA.
Yeah,
so,
and that little town and everything they have next to it and all that. It's really cool. It's really, really cool how they have that, set up there. No doubt.
Oh yeah.
But we're gonna get all those players to sign with Miami, right? Not UCLA, right? Just saying,
man, Hey, listen, all of these kids can pretty much go where they want, man. That's how good and talented they are. And Mario Cristobal certainly would love to keep them at home, but they got to win on the field. They got to impress. They got to do a lot of things to get these kids to come over there.
All right. Well, all I can say is I'm not attached to the university in any way possible, but being born and raised here in South Florida, I encourage you all to come on down and join us, baby. Let's win some championships. Yeah, come on, man.
I'll tell you what. If Mario got the majority of those kids, they wouldn't lose a game. I'll tell you that.
Well, tell them to come on down because we're not going to lose any games anyway. Let's go, baby. Let's rock it out. Let's win it. So, man, how impressed are these young men in the car with you, with Cristobal's staff? Huh? Taylor, Ed Reed, come on.
Yeah, they got a bunch of great coaches over there. I think certainly, they went down in January before Mario hired a lot of these guys. So I think at some point, during spring ball or whatever, they'll get a chance to go down there. But they're touring the country right now, man. I mean, they were at Florida State, I think, last weekend. They got into Ohio State in April. Now they're out here. Yesterday we were at USC, which, by the way, Big O, uber impressive, USC and Lincoln Riley. You understand now why that guy's making the amount of money he's making, because he runs a tight ship. He's got a ton of people working for him. I've never been recruited myself outside of when The Athletic came to take me away, but I was ready to play for USC yesterday after seeing some of the deals and some of the things that they were offering these kids, all the package of coming to USC and all it means. NIL is a big deal, man. And out here in California, I mean, there's less laws. So that for sure is, I think, a difference maker for Lincoln Riley. And I think he's going to attract a lot of great players, man. And he's a good coach. So Mario, I mean, this is an arms race, right? Everybody's trying to get the best players, as much talent as possible. Thank God the University of Miami has a guy like Mario Cristobal who can recruit and get some talent in the doors, because this NIL deal has made things pretty explosive.
All right, well, wait a minute. You're making Southern California a little too sexy here on the show. So let the defense stand up and address the court here a second, okay? Because Lincoln Riley's got a ton of traffic that we don't have in South Florida.
There you go.
It's terrible.
There you go.
He's got all kinds of smog that we don't have in South Florida. He's got all kinds of, half the state is getting burned down with fires. We don't have that in South Florida. By the way, we're a no-tax state where your NIL goes a lot farther, kids. Yeah.
That's right. Taxes. You're right.
More money. So, kids, there's lots of reasons to come to South Florida. Forget Lincoln Riley And come on, overpopulated California. Let's go. What's wrong with you,
Hey,
bro?
man. Hey,
Good.
it's great. All I know is it's great. It's great to be these kids, though, because they get to pick and do whatever they want, right?
Do they know you wrote
see
an
these-
article? Do they know you
What's
wrote
that?
an article for The Athletic that Tyler Van
Yes.
Dyke has 10 NIL deals? Young men in that vehicle, are you listening to me? Tyler Van Dyke has 10 NIL deals. 10.
Yeah, more than 6 figures, well over 6 figures, man.
That's right. That's
yeah,
right.
I mean, listen. There's a lot of good things about staying home. I'm not trying to push these kids out the door, but it's nice to be a rock star like these guys. That's for sure, man. To tour the country, to have everybody in the country want you. It's a nice feeling. It's very intoxicating, and and it's not easy. I don't know how these parents and these kids sit down and make these decisions, because they're basically deciding between a Ferrari, a Porsche, and a Lamborghini. It's like you'll take all of them, right? I mean, but
Right.
hey, I hope for me, covering UM, I want to cover a team that wins championships. I want them to stay home, believe me.
As an infamous South Florida resident once says, you'll get the power, you'll get the money, and then you'll get. I'm sorry, go ahead. This is a little too much. But anyway, so folks, you got to sign up here at the University of Miami. Forget Southern California. Read Manny Navarro's article in The Athletic about Tyler Van Dyke and all the linemen. Okay, Life Wallet. We got you right here, baby. We got your Life Wallet right here. Loaded Life Wallet, by the way. Loaded Life Wallet is what we got here.
I love the way you're recruiting Mario. Is Mario giving you some commission, man? What's the deal there, bro?
I'm in Mario's corner from the get-go, bro. So he doesn't have to give me any commission. I'm a true blue Miami guy. I was born in Belglade, Florida, raised in Miami, Hialeah, and Kendall, baby. I'm all about Mario Cristobal and the Canes, man. Come on. Let's go. It's a beautiful
I love
day.
it, though. I love it.
All right. So, hopefully I'm not getting anybody in trouble, too, by the way. We're just having some fun here. But seriously, kids, come on down to South Florida. We'll take care of you.
He wants to cover a winner as badly as I do, but go ahead.
That's right. No, hey, man, I've been around for the winning. I don't like seeing the losing. So, yeah, no, definitely. We're going to turn things around. All right. So talk to us a little bit. What's the next steps right now as they prepare for the season coming up? What's the next phase so fans can get ready for here?
For the Canes, I mean, look, they just had the first week of spring ball, all in shorts and shoulder pads, and nothing really too telling yet. But I mean, look, all the new coaches are there. They're installing their system. That's what the system's all about. The spring, and it's learning that and getting ready for the fall. They got a lot of injuries. Unfortunately, a lot of kids coming off of surgery and just not around this spring to go through the contact periods and so forth. But look, I think about 7 or 8 practices in. That's what Coach Gaddis, who's the offensive coordinator there now, said the other day. I think it was Monday or Wednesday we spoke to him. I'm getting all my days mixed up. Oh, this has been a long week. Excuse me. But he said it Wednesday how it's going to take 7 or 8 practices probably in the fall before they can sort of establish their identity on offense. Obviously, they want to run the football better. They were last in the ACC in rushing last year, 3.29 yards a carry, well documented. They got to run the ball better and be more balanced on offense so that they can get to the ACC championship game and beat Clemson or Wake Forest or whoever's there on the other side. And then defensively, I mean, there's so much room to grow, right? I mean, the missed tackles. I mean, you got a guy like James Williams going into his second year, Leonard Taylor going into the second year. To me, those guys, they're going to be the 2 biggest points of defense for Miami, the most talented guys on that roster on the defensive side of the ball. They need them to come through and grow up and be big-time contributors. I saw Leonard create a pressure this week in some of the 11-on-11 action. James Williams got a beautiful interception, a shoelace interception off a deflection. And I like some of the young kids that they got. I thought Manny Diaz, before he was fired, those last 2 recruiting classes, he got some good players in there. And then Mario came in and he landed Cyrus Moss, some of the national guys, kids out of Vegas, got the tight end took him away from Alabama. They've got Jaleel Skinner. I mean, they've got a lot of talent that they've brought in there. Just kids have to grow up, put on the weight. And I think you're seeing some of them go through that weight program. the fourth quarter program there, and you saw gains, you saw improvements physically in those kids. So, and I think there's a lot of buy-in on what Mario's selling. I didn't get a lot of dissension from the kids, talking to them privately one-on-one. Hey, we don't like what this guy does, or we don't like. They're all into whatever it is that he's selling, and that's important when you're first sort of getting off the ground.
By the way, are all the kids there in that car also being recruited by Miami?
Well, they're not all in this car. We've got about three vans full of kids that we're hauling around. But Brandon is certainly one guy I know that is very high on Miami's list.
Is Brandon there?
McLean.
Is he there? Is he there?
No, he's not. His parents are with us. His parents are with us. Yes.
So none of the kids are in the. None of the. Do you have any of the kids in your car?
None of the recruits are in my car. None of the recruits are in my car, but I'm sure they're watching. Oh, I told them I was going on with you, so I'm sure they're all watching.
All right. No, I just wanted to talk to them personally.
Sell?
Oh, I'm selling the Canes. Yeah. What else am I selling? I'm selling Miami. I'm selling Sunshine.
You want to talk? You want to talk to Brandon's mom? She's in the car here. You can talk to Amy. No. How about the dad? Dan, you want to answer some questions?
Where do Brandon's parents live? Where do they come from?
Coral Gables.
Not come on. Come on.
They're in Davie. They're in Davie.
You're an Uber ride from the campus. Oh, I get. You're just getting a freebie. You're going over to the West Coast for a vacation. We have you already. You're coming back to us. Oh,
hey man, he was. Hey, Big O, he was committed to Lincoln Riley when he was at Oklahoma. So, there's a real relationship there, man.
We're not all perfect. So we can straighten that out before he makes a mistake. We can fix that. That's all right. By the way, for those of you out there, because I got people on the chat board freaking out, I'm outside a cigar bar. The wind's blowing about 30 miles an hour, and there's a ton of dust. So instead of me eating dust, I got a mask on. It has nothing to do with. But thank the Lord that I still had a mask in my bag, because if not, I'd be eating dust for hours while I'm doing the show, which is kind of tough. So there you go.
They should have had you indoors, man. They should have had you inside.
I didn't want to talk about a dust storm, because then I've got Brandon's parents all freaking out, going, "Oh my God, dust storm! No, we're going to UCLA," and no, we can't have that. You know what I'm saying?
You got mom laughing. That's good. You got her laughing.
There you go. All right.
I'll let you know how it's going. I know you're trying.
All right. So, Mom, Dad, subscribe to the Big O Radio Show. We will show you the way. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Yes.
I lost you there for a second, Big O. Say again.
No, I just said that to tell Brandon's parents to,
I lost you
subscribe to the Big O Radio Show, and that we will show them the way and lead them to Coral Gables, where they live and where their child. By the way, why would they want their child 3,000 miles away? You want them right in your backyard, so the young man can go home for a home-cooked meal. Parents can go check him out, visit him on game day, practice, all that good stuff. Mom, you don't want him away from you 3,000 miles away. You want him right next door to you, Mom. Come on.
Hey, man, if you were Mario, this might be working, but we gotta wait till Mario gets his crack at it. We'll see how that goes. But listen, man, of course they love playing at home. Brandon, he loves playing at American Heritage. He's a great player there, and I'll tell you what, he's a kind of dynamic player. That I think he attracts other recruits. I think other guys want to play with him. So whoever gets him is going to be very lucky, because I think he's going to be a magnet for other recruits.
Well, I look forward to seeing Brandon here in Coral Gables in a University of Miami uniform. But hey, listen, I understand. Enjoy the vacation. It's a freebie out there out west. Go enjoy it. Tease them all you want. Tell them, hey, yeah, we love you. But then, you're coming back to us. So it's all good. It's all good. All right, Manny. Great work on your part, bringing him on the show so I can recruit him. I like that. That's a good job by you because we can
All
be
right.
a 1-2 punch for Mario. You know what I'm saying? So I like that.
We
I like
could,
that.
man.
I'm
We
looking
could.
forward to it.
All right.
All right. So
All right,
tell
brother. What
Brandon's
do you got
parents
for me? Anything
I'm
else?
looking forward to. I'm looking forward to having a dinner with Brandon's parents and hanging out a little bit and talking shop.
now you're taking him out to dinner. Well, you got a lot of sponsors. Where are you taking him?
Well, Prime 112 is not a sponsor, so I can't take you there. By the way, I'm not the one recruiting you, so I don't have to pay for Prime 112. All right, that's where Lincoln Riley's supposed to, and Mario Cristobal's supposed, not me. Oh no, wait a minute, they're not supposed to, right? I don't want to get Lincoln or Mario in trouble. By the way, I'm not doing. They're not paying for any dinners, okay? All right,
No dinners.
No dinners. Not even a Taco Bell. Okay.
Oh man.
All right. Well, enjoy yourself out there in the West Coast. Make sure you kidnap them back here so we can have them here for ourselves. All right. All right, everybody out there and all the cars watching, we love you all out there. Southern California's, forget it, overpopulated. Come on back. We'll see you next time.
Way to go,
Be good out there.
I'll talk to you soon, brother. Take care.
All right, Manny. Be good. There you go. The great Manny Navarro. Yeah, baby. Loaded up with a couple cars of recruits, and we're doing our job to bring them here. Damn, boy, this wind is strong to UM. Holy moly. And Cristobal, yo, I need a job, bro. You know, I'm here recruiting for you, and I'm not getting paid. The hell is this? I'm winning parents over. I'm making parents laugh. That's big. Got the parents to smile. See, Brandon's parents aren't going to be able to watch me while they're talking UCLA. By the way, when was the last time UCLA won? I mean, seriously, come on. You got to go to the University of Miami. It's a beautiful thing. Danny Morales, COVID is over. You're an idiot wearing a face mask. No, I'm pretty smart because I don't want to eat dirt. It's brutal, dude. I mean, the wind is strong as hell here. Seriously.
I wish I had a mask. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I didn't know.
I didn't think about it. I didn't think about bringing one.
I didn't think of bringing one either. It would just happen to be in my bag because I always keep one in the bag.
I took all mine out of the bag.
Yeah, I always leave one in the bag for, traveling or whatever. You never know when you need one. Somebody requires it. I mean, I rarely wear my mask anymore. I don't wear my mask that much anymore. Thank the Lord. I'm vaccinated and boosted already. No, I know. It's some nasty clouds. Hopefully we don't get any rain, but I think they're moving our way, bro. Yeah, they're coming right at us. Yeah. I don't know if we'll make it to Anthony Chang at 2:48. It's 2:48. I don't know if we'll make it. Question is are those clouds, are they raining or is just ugly clouds and then they just go right over us? The good thing is those clouds are going by
it's South Florida, so it's going to drop rain for maybe 36 seconds.
Yeah.
Or something like that. But we're probably going to get something. But those clouds are moving.
I mean, they're moving fast. Well, look at the wind down here. So imagine the wind up there. Think about that. That's all you got to do. And now it's moving due east. Now, it was moving north, kind of northeast, and now it's like due east. So that's why the clouds are coming right at us right now. These are ugly-ass clouds, I got to tell you. That is nuts. All right, what else do we have? I am ready. I'm getting ready to go see Billy Joel. Nice. Good for you, man. I like that. Speaking of music, I saw somebody on Twitter post one of these rock things that I follow, and they compared Fair Warning to 5150, and that was like kind of an insult. Like, I like 5150. I like the Van Hager stuff. I don't mind it, but Fair Warning is like anything better than Hager and company came up with Van Halen. I mean, that's just, Fair Warning is arguably one of the best Van Halen albums ever. Like, Van Halen 1 is considered it, which it should be, but I've seen people say that their favorite album is Fair Warning, and that album is so good that I can't argue when somebody tells me Fair Warning is the best Van Halen album. So 5150 is not even close. It's a great album in its own right, but the raw stuff is the supreme stuff from Van Halen. The Stones, by the way, they are about to announce another tour. It's amazing how those guys just never stop. So they're about to announce, is that rain there or dust? I can't tell if it's rain or dust. Okay. No, because the wind all of a sudden got really cold. So it could be rain. Yeah. And by the way, if the wind, the wind shifted. By the way, I think we need to wrap it up. Yeah, we need to wrap it up. We are going to wrap it up. We'll see you on Monday. Same time, same place, same bat channel. You all have a good one because this is going to end right here. Later.